Hey y'all, I'm back with the Winnie the Pooh book, and I'm going to show you how I put the fabric on the spine. But before I show you that, I'm going to show you something else that I did. Now, I've gone through, and like I showed you in that other journal process video, I've gone through and prepared my signatures for this book. And I have clipped in things that I want to use as pockets or extra pages. Maybe I'll just clip those in or stitch them in. This is going to be, I haven't decided if I want to make that a big envelope. So just showing you how I've kind of gone through all the papers that I wanted to use. And I don't know about you guys, but I struggle with, I just love so much of this stuff that I really struggle with what I'm going to put in here. So sometimes I have to really rein myself in so that I'm really trying not to get this book too thick for her. So, but there's just so much fun stuff I want to add, and I have so many other things I want to add. But so I've checked it, and I've got space, okay? Anyway, so I'm going to try to work on this over the next few days. I've got to have it finished by next weekend. And as I work, I will try to do a few videos here and there just showing you a few things. I don't think I can do the whole process, but I'll try to show you some stuff. So, so those are the pages, and then I still have all this stuff. I still have all these things that are pieces as I cut my paper off. So, you know, this would be a cute little tag or pocket or just a little journaling card. So think about that when you're making a journal. And I know a lot of you do, but some of you may not. You know, first of all, you know, don't throw this stuff away. You can, you know, cut this and you can make it one of those tags like I made where you just, you know, put it over the page and clip it in. Put you a little heart or something right there. And you got a cute little place to add a picture and then journaling on the inside. Or you can make this a pocket. You know, cut this off, stitch around it, or you don't even have to stitch around it. Put you a little, do your little thing here with your punch, and you know, glue it in. So all these pieces are very, very usable for other things. Paper clips, little tags, you know, all that good stuff. So what I do is when I'm finished, you know, cutting, and some of the pages I did cut a little bit shorter so that I had a bigger piece, and I didn't want all the pages to be exactly the same size. But yeah, so all these little elements, all these little things can turn into other little elements for your journal or for other projects, you know, because honestly, I won't be able to put all of this in here, okay? But I'll try. And then I have some cute little stickers, and these were gifted to me a while back. They're little circle stickers, aren't they cute? So I thought maybe I could make buttons out of these, you know, put it on some chipboard, cut it out, or just little embellishments to pages. I may just, you know, cut half of them off and give them to her to use. And this is washi. This is a washi page. And I do not remember where these came from. Faydra, did you send these to me? Maybe they came from Faydra, or they were in a swap or something. Like, I can't remember. And then there's other pages that I've pulled that I may make some other little embellishments for her. You know, we'll see. We'll just see what, I don't want to get too much in here. I don't want to overwhelm her. So, anyway, because, you know, I can get crazy before I ever put the first photo in a book. Like my baby book that I did. Okay, so when I did this, I told you I didn't think this was, I thought this would be too thick to curve the spine. But, and it's hard, okay? thought about that for a minute, and I was like, I like the curved spine look, okay? Not, you know, not like super curved, but I just like that. I like that look. So what I did was I took my little spray bottle of water, and I don't have that in here with me, but I held it up, and I hope you can see me. Yeah. So I just held it up like this, took my spray bottle of water and wet this on both sides, and then just kind of shaped it and, you know, pushed it a little bit, nudged it, and kind of roll like I did in my other curved spine, and then I set it over the chair to dry. So now it's dry, okay? So it's hard. It has just a tiny, tiny bit of flex in it, okay? But now I have a curved spine, okay? So I did that because I did want that curved spine. And then, I'm going to tell you something else, and a little tip. When you're cutting your fabric, you know, to go over your spine, when you cut it, kind of make sure you've got it, and boy, I hope this is not too, because of where this image is, I had to really think about, you know, where I had to measure this fabric. I'm not good at measuring. I'm an eyeball person. So, make sure it's going to cover up whatever you've used to put your cover together. Okay. Because what I didn't measure on the first little strips that I made. And, you know, I went and got some linen. I didn't have any muslin, but I had this really nice linen. And I just very lightly with some fabric glue, glued the two pieces together. But look what I did. Let's see. I got it too big the first time, so if I use that one, I lose Christopher Robin, okay? So I'm like, okay, well that was smart, Carla, for not measuring. So then I had to come back and make two more. But all I did was I cut this fabric. I measured and cut the fabric strips, and then I cut the fabric strips of the linen and just tacked them together a little bit with some fabric glue, and I stitched around it in my sewing machine because well, it may go through my sewing machine, but it's too wide, okay? So the space between the needle and the main part of my sewing machine, it won't fit to do this in the sewing machine. So I did it like this, okay? Now, what I'm gonna do, and don't worry, I have use for these because I've got another cover. So this is the one I want on the outside. This particular one, which is really cute too, on the inside, I don't know, once you get stitched in, you might be able to see little peeks of Pooh's face and the flowers and stuff, but this will be the inside piece. So now what I'm gonna do, I've got my jar of water here. I've got some brushes, and some of these are pretty, yeah, they've been used and loved, but these are kind of the ones I use for gluing stuff. And then I recently got some of these, which are really cool. I think I saw Rosemary Morris using these. They're these flat rubber brushes, and they're great for glue, and they clean up really well, and then you don't end up with kind of like this. But these work too. And you know, these are clean. They've just well loved. A little rusty. So for this, I'm gonna use this PVA glue. You can use, you know, whatever you have. I'm gonna see how this does. It usually works pretty well since I've got 2 layers of fabric there. I'm gonna use this as a little bit. This is not as thick as Eileen's tacky glue. It's a little bit thinner, and it comes out easier, and it doesn't seem to clog up as much. It's a little, it costs a little more, but I wanted to try it because I've seen other people use it. And I do like it because, see, if I use Eileen's, I have to kind of, if I use Eileen's for this, I have to water it down. And because I don't want to be bothered sometimes to do all that. And I like trying different things and just see what works. You know, you never know until you try something. Now, I got that pretty thick, a pretty good layer of that. And I did I go get me a paper towel? No, I did not. I'm gonna take some of that off. I really like these. I highly recommend getting one. I totally forgot. I gotta get a paper towel. And then I just line this up. And I kind of do this where this is going to hang over a little bit on the edge. I don't do it completely flush. And sometimes I'll wrap my fabric. I'll wrap my fabric around. It just depends on what I'm doing and what sort of mood I'm in and what look I'm after. But this glue does work pretty well, especially if you're doing those 2 layers like that. So now I'm just pressing this with my fingers. I don't have my bone folder in here. Now you can use that. Bone folder. Okay. Easy peasy. Okay, now see how this is kind of up like this? I may come back with a little bit of this glue, the fabric tack. And you can leave that. If you like that, you can leave that. I'm going to kind of tack that down a little bit. Just a little bit of fabric glue. Try not to get too much so it gets on your book. I'm not really worried about perfection though. This is a handmade item, so yeah, if you're looking for perfection, yeah, that's not me. So, okay, so I hope you can see that. All right, so I'm gonna let that dry a minute. I'm gonna grab me a paper towel. Hang on just a second. I'll just act like I'm doing a live video, you know. Anyhow, and then I'm gonna flip my book over. I don't wanna bend it yet. I'm gonna keep it flat because I want it to dry some more. So now I'm gonna come on this side. I hope I got this wide enough. If not, you'll see me mess up the video. A very generous amount of glue on there. And see how that just with a little bit of water just wipes right off. A little bit of water and paper towel. Unless you let it sit, then you have to kind of scrape it off under the water. So you just spread this out really good. Get you a good solid layer of that glue in there. And I added, a lot of times the glue will give you enough of the moisture on the chipboard that you don't have to do the water first and let it dry, but only if you're using a lighter weight chipboard. If you're using this medium weight chipboard, and you know, that's a recycled piece of chipboard, I didn't buy it. I don't think I'll ever have to buy any more chipboard. I have so many books and covers and paper and stuff that I can recycle from. I have bought chipboard once in the past. I don't think I'll ever have to buy any more of it because I have so many other things to use. So then I'm going to take this, yes, and I'm trying to kind of line up where my pieces are on the other side and make sure I'm covering that up. You know, where this page cut off. I don't want that showing. I want that covered up. And now I got glue on my fingers. It's all peeling off. And then just do the same thing on this side. Now when you do the two pieces of fabric like I did here, sometimes you might not see, like right here, I don't think I got the glue thick enough. And you get kind of a bubble, so to speak, in the fabric. Now, I'm not real concerned about that, but I am trying to get it both. So I just pulled that up a little bit before it gets good and dry and added some more glue. It's not a huge thing to me, but just to show you, see it's doing that here too. But once you bind the journal, you really won't be able to tell that. And like I said, I'm not looking for perfection, but I am trying to show you and give you tips on doing this and then how I'm doing it. Me and my rambling self, I hope it makes sense. So now I want to let that dry, okay? So I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit. Probably a good hour or so. I think I'm gonna let it sit, and I'll move on to something else. I'll do something else while that's drying, and then I'll come back to it because I'm not ready to bind my pages in yet. I still have some other work to do, so I'm gonna lay it over here to dry. And I'll give you a sneak peek of another another Poodle journal, and Jessica sent me this book as well. And this was a newer copy of the book. I don't have the pages in front of me. I'm not sure what year this one is. But it didn't have the back. It just had the front and the spine and the pages. And I think the spine's in here. Yeah, the spine's in here. So here's the spine with this one. So I think I may make a bookmark out of this because I do want to keep this one. And I'm not sure, I may do that with this one for Abby. I just wanted to show you another way that you can create a cover if you don't have the back of the book. You'd say, you know, you got this awesome front cover and this is awesome, I love it. There is a little stain right here, but I'm thinking for this one, I think I'm gonna put a little piece of fabric here, like a little banner or a little banner or something with some buttons across the front. I think it'd be super cute. I think I'm gonna do that. And I did the spine the same way, okay? I curved it, you know, I used that same chipboard, that same weight chipboard, and then I put some water on it and, you know, sort of rolled it and shaped it and let it dry. Now, since I didn't have the back, I had a ledger cover from that ledger that I bought in Texas, and I've pulled all the ledger paper out, and this is pretty, you know, shabby. It's in good shape as far as sturdiness, but it's, you know, pretty shabby on the back, but it was the right size. I just had to cut, some off the top. It was longer, okay? So I had to cut some off the top. But it worked great for the back cover because I'm gonna cover this anyway, okay? So I haven't decided what I'm gonna do inside yet, but I'm working through what I'm gonna put on the back. So these are sort of my options. Because these are gonna, see these, there was a reason why I did this way because these fit perfect on here. So I've already got these 2 pieces for the spine. And then on this part, I'm not sure I really love this solid yellow. And all these fabrics right here were gifted to me from one of my sweet customers. I love them. And I think I've used some of this, but I haven't used any of these yet. And they're just sitting waiting for the perfect project. So this is sort of a light flannel, and love it. I'll probably use it for pockets and stuff. I thought about using it on the back. The only thing I don't like about this for a cover is it's gonna pick up everything, like little bits of paper, little bits of fabric, and that'll drive me nuts. This is what I'm leaning towards, I believe. The yellow I love, but I just have this feeling I'm not gonna be able to keep that super clean. And this I think will disguise a little bit better. I don't know. Not like I'm gonna be running through the mud with it or anything, but and I'm thinking about making this one for me. Now I don't know. I may, if somebody, you know, really, really wants it, I may sell it. I don't know. I just love this cover. And I know I'm gonna need another baby book because that one I made is gonna be full fast. So I'm thinking about using this. Now for this, I'm not gonna put, even though this is a thinner cotton, I'm not gonna put 2 pieces of fabric. I'm just gonna do this one. So I'll probably come back and show you guys when I make my final decision. So I think this would be cute. But I also thought about maybe a yellow gingham. I need to look and see if I have any of that. I think a yellow gingham might be even cuter. And this is a project that's gonna be down the road, you know, a few weeks or so. This was just, I started this while I had all the poo stuff out and while I was showing you how to do the covers, because I got other things I've got to finish. And I think a polka dot would be really cute. So I need to go digging through my fabrics and see what I've got and what else I've got. Or even a red. I did just get some red gingham, and that would be really, really cute. I bought some of that from Pearl, so I may wait till that comes from Pearl. Yeah, that might be really cute. So still, you know, still working in my head on that one. So, but I just wanted to share this. And I have a bunch of other poo stuff. Let me see where I am in my time. Yeah, I have a bunch of other poo stuff and some other poo books. Just to show you, I have kind of been collecting some stuff for a while because I knew, oh, I got glue everywhere. Because I knew I wanted to make some poo books or make a poo book. I just hadn't yet. And that's what Abby wanted was poo. So when Jessica sent me those, and Abby chose the other one. So I have all these. This was sent to me from a customer, and this is really cool. It's got the little map in here. I think this is originally published October 14, 1926. This is a 1991 paperback version. But it's really cool. It's got the original poo. You know, this is the original poo images and stuff. So this is going to be fun to, you know, make pages and tags from. So that was awesome. Thank you to my customer who sent me that. And then I've picked up, you know, at thrift stores along the way, just little other, you know, poo books with the images in here to make pockets and such. And this one's really cool. This would be cool as a cover. I think I could do a cover out of this one as well. This book was 50 cents. I could probably do it like I did that other, that reader cover. You know, put it on the chipboard, stitch around it. And you can tell this one's older. This was the third printing, August 1966. And this has a lot of the, this has the black and white. So this is really cool too. So I'm gonna, I'll probably make some other poo journals down the road. I have 2 little golden books. I have some other covers. I have this, this could potentially be a cover. This actually could be too. I just have to take this sticker off, and I could make this on a cover, make the book bigger, but use this in the middle. That would be cute too. So there's all different kinds of things you can do. And these are some tags I made a while back. So I just took the little images, took a file folder, cut the tags out, and stitched around them and made these little tags and added the twine. So these are things that, I've had in my stash. Love this. One of my favorites. This is just some, sewing paper book page and just the image and sort of painted and inked, and I can go back and stitch around, yes, a book page with some sewing paper over it. Yeah, so these would be cute too. And these are some other things that I printed. So these I probably would not use in a book that I sold. I'll use them in my stuff, but the book pages I will, just because I am fearful of copyright on these things. So this stuff I use, because he's a pretty famous guy. So I know he's not with us anymore, but I don't want to get in trouble. So that's that, and that's where I am on this project. And I'll try to kind of come back as I'm working and show you a little bit more. Maybe I'll show you when I get ready to stitch these in, because I already kind of showed you my process on how I think, when I put things together, then I get my pages out, and then I cut my pages, then I kind of get my signatures together, take it to my sewing machine. I haven't showed you how I bind a journal, which is pretty much like a lot of the other ladies who do that, but I can come back and show you that part. And then tying in the buttons. I think somebody wanted me to show them how I tie the buttons on, and that's super simple. A lot easier than stitching them in, to me, in my opinion. But you can do it either way. So maybe I'll show you the sewing the signatures in and then tying the buttons, okay? Anyway, I'll be back in a little bit with a Happy Mail video, and I hope you guys are doing great, and I'll see you soon. Love you. Thank you. Leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and all that good stuff. Love you. Bye.